Hello everybody, welcome back to another video with Mr. Coder, and in this one I'm going to show you how to solve mathematical problem question D from Codeforces Round 954 Division 3. So you're given a string of length n which is greater than 1, consisting of digits from 0 to 9, and you must insert exactly n minus 2 symbols of addition or multiplication into the string to form a valid arithmetic expression. In this problem, the symbols cannot be placed before the first or after the last character of the string S, and two symbols cannot be written consecutively. Also note that the order of the digits in the string cannot be changed. So if we consider the string as 9870009, and the following arithmetic expression can be obtained. So you can do 9 times 8 plus 70 times 0 plus 9. And note that the result of the arithmetic expression is calculated according to the rules of mathematics. First, all multiplication operations are performed, then addition. And you need to find the minimum result that can be obtained by inserting exactly n minus 2 addition or multiplication symbols into the given string S. So if we look at these first two examples, since it's n minus 2, so if n is just 2, then you can't do any operations. So you have 10. And then same with these. And note that you can't just print out the string, convert it to integer or something, so it'll format by itself. For example, this 0, 0, it's not going to be 0, 0, it's going to be 0. You have to print out 0. And then for this 0, 1, you'll have to print out 1 instead of 0, 1. So that's for the 2. And then for 3, then you have this 9, 9, 0, 1. You can add 1 operation. And you can do 9 times 0, 1. You can have the 9 times 0, 1, which is 9 times 1, which is 9. And that's the minimum possible. So just because there exists a 0 doesn't mean that the answer is 0. So, and if we look at these test cases enough, we'll notice that if n is 3, then if there's a 0 as the first or the last character, like in this test case, then it's 0 because you can just do 0 times the 11. But if it's in the middle like this, then you won't be able to isolate the 0 and make it times 0 without another extra operation. So you can't do that if that's the case. But if n is greater than 3 and there exists a 0, then it's always going to work no matter where the 0 is. And you can always just print out 0. Otherwise, since if you notice that n is less than or equal to 20, so you can do a lot of like brute force. So you can just like try each one and see whether or not it works. Because you can easily do O of n squared. And that's what I did here. So first I checked if n equals 2, that's like an edge case, then I can just print out the integer version of the string, and then I return. And then I check if there's a 0, a valid 0. So for example, if n is not equal to 3 and s of I equals 0, then z equals true. But if I equals 0 or I equals n minus 1, and at this point, if it reaches here, then n has to be equal to 2, or n has to be equal to 3, because if it's 2, then it's here, and 1 won't be possible. So, but if it's on the edge and n equals 3, then z equals true. And then if z equals true, then you print 0. Otherwise, I have this variable best as a long max. And then I go from 0 to n minus 1, or n minus 2 actually. N minus 1 exclusive on the n minus 1. And this is to see which integer, because if you notice, like if you look at these test cases, you're always gonna have one number that like has 2 digits. So 0, 1, 0, 1, 11, 98. You're always gonna have exactly one. That's 2 digits. So you have to find which one that is. So for me, I created a new string and I pushed back these characters. And then I created a vector of all the numbers, and I pushed back the integer version of that string that I created. And then for every number that isn't having an index of I or I plus 1, then I just print out that digit, or I push back the digit, and I have it in integer form rather than character form. And then I have the current as the first number, and then for every other one, I do the current is equal to minimum of the current times the vector I or current plus vector I. And then I update best, it's the minimum of best and cur as the current, and I print out best. So basically, if you have a concern about the result of the arithmetic expression is calculated according to the rules of mathematics, the first multiplication, then addition. But if we notice that it's always, no matter what, it's always going to be optimal to add. Adding is always going to be smaller unless if you're multiplying, unless if it's 1. But then if you realize that if you had something like if you had something like 8 plus 7 times 1, then supposedly if we did it properly, 7 times 1 is 7, plus 8 is 15. But if we did it from left to right, 8 plus 7, 15, times 1, 15. So it won't change anything if you're multiplying by 1. So that means that the order of operations part doesn't matter if you've eliminated the stuff like I did. I mean, if you eliminated the n equals 2, you got rid of the 0 stuff, then this case, you don't need to worry about order of operations. So yeah, that's how you solve mathematical problem, question D from Codeforces Round 954, Division 3. Thank you for watching this video. If you like this video, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.